Guys, back with another guest on Garden State Radio. We are here with Alex Lasry. Alex, can you just kind of explain to the people your role and what's about to happen here with FIFA?
So I'm the CEO for the New York, New Jersey World Cup Host Committee, and what we do is basically handle everything outside the stadium. So our job is kind of based on four pillars: security, transportation, economic impact, and fan engagement. So we're running the FIFA Fan Festival at Liberty State Park, all of our other activations in New York City. And what we're preparing for is going to be the biggest event that not only the region has ever seen, but quite frankly, the world has ever seen. And that is not just the 7 matches that we have, but the big one, the World Cup final, which gives us 8 matches total. And we're going to have millions of people here, over $3 billion of economic impact. This is going to be a big deal.
How many moving parts does this take, and how long was this preparation going into? I'm not going to say it's the end of the race, but we're getting close to the end. It's going to be here before we know it.
Yeah, these preparations have been going on for years. And for an event of this magnitude with this many moving pieces, it's a big undertaking. And so we've kind of gone from 30,000-foot planning to now, with knowing the teams and the match times, able to now move into more nuts and bolts. And, as you said, it's going to be here before we know it. But luckily, we've still got a good amount of time to kind of finalize all of our preparations.
What advice do you have for smaller businesses, for people that are trying to get into the mix that might not know the direction to go in order to reap some sort of benefit of what's possibly coming here?
So I would go to our website, the host committee's website, and go to our community toolkit and engage with that. Also, talk to your visitors bureaus and your cities about what kind of watch parties and things can be engaged upon. We also want to make sure that we're promoting bars, restaurants, and any other type of businesses for the millions of people who are going to be here. So we're going to try to have a New York, New Jersey guide for people to make their plans and preparations for when they're coming here. So a lot of ways that we're going to make sure that businesses and the region is going to impact. And we've got 8 matches, but there's 39 days of the World Cup. So what are people doing on non-match days, and how can we activate and get people all around this great state?
I know that you mentioned before you had some Moroccan ties, so I have to ask, do you have a horse in the race other than Morocco?
So obviously, Team USA, expecting them to go all the way. But if not them, I'll be rooting for my Moroccans, who luckily we have as our first game against Brazil. So if not USA, Morocco is going to be my second choice.
With Morocco coming here and you having Moroccan ties, the ticket request for you or somebody reaching out to you for tickets is probably insane. Being that you did say USA, there is something that I ask a lot of people, USA-based soccer, the title Captain America. People want to say it's Landon. People want to say it's Christian Pulisic. Me, I like to think it's Clint Dempsey. I've heard people say Tyler Adams. I've heard others. Who would you have to put that on if you had to?
I think what's nice about Captain America, and as a big MCU fan, the shield gets passed on, and so I think when you're looking at some of the previous teams, you're probably looking at an Alexi, then Landon. I think there's definitely arguments to be made for Landon or Clint. I personally, Tim Howard was probably my favorite growing up and really anchored many of those men's national teams. I think right now you've got to be looking at Christian. He's the leader of this team, and I think the one that if we're looking to make a big run, he's got to have a big World Cup.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your time, man. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you.
Talk to Bettina.